Now then, YouTube, I am the Toff Man, and welcome back to some more MoonQuest. We are on part... Oh my god, what part are we on? We're on part 11? Let me just have a quick gander. Yes, we're on part 11 now, guys. And I have to say, for 11 parts, we've not done too bad, have we? We've not done too bad. And yes, guys, there it is. Look, I will get to that in just a second. In this episode, what I want to do is rejig these machines around, because they're not in the best places at the moment. They're not fully configured, and I would like to rejig them all around a little bit so that we can just put something in one machine and it'll just run through the whole line and then pop out of a chest, you know, at the end. We can just collect it when it's all finished and nicely and done with. So I'm going to do that this episode as well. But as you can see, in between episodes, I have gone ahead and made myself this little pad. And through all of this, I already had, there's the rocket launch pads, 9 pieces, if you put them all together. Now, the one issue that I did have was I put the rocket down and I still had the rocket in my hand. It seems to have duplicated itself. Not quite sure how, not quite sure why, but I do have 2 rockets. As you can see, there's the other one. I'm not sure if the newest update has changed that, because I have updated Galacticraft, guys, and I'm now on 0.12.0 of MoonQuest. So hopefully it's fixed a couple of the issues that you guys have been seeing with Mechanism itself, and also Galacticraft, and the drawbridge issue. For some reason, somewhere on the line, I've lost a chicken and gained a few sheep. So, I mean, I put these sheep in here, I got these sheep, but I've lost my chicken. And it's probably, you know, it might have buggered off in there, look, to escape me. It might have been when I was bringing these sheep in that the chicken just did a fast one and ran off. So, anyway, so this episode, like I said, I want to rejig around these machines. Now, things start with the purification chamber. I'm just going to take some flint out of there. It's got some power in there, but it's not to worry. You know, we've got plenty of that stuff going around. Whoops, that's the wrong key there. That's my grave key, I think. How do I get out? Oh, was it tab? Was it 1? I can't remember how to get out. There we are. Let's pick up this purification chamber. Nice. It's now well and truly in my hands. And we'll also go ahead and pick up this enriching chamber as well. Don't forget, the way that it goes, guys, is the purification chamber. Then it's the crusher. So this is in... Oh no, it's not in the right place. That's the crusher, isn't it? Right. So we've got all the machines ready. Now you can actually get, and I'm wondering if I should do this, but you can actually get a factory for the purification chamber now, whereas you couldn't before, but you can now. So there's the purifying factory. A couple of enriched alloys, a couple of gold dust. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and change this into a basic factory for purifying, and I'll be right back. Well, I'll tell you something, guys, this has changed my plans somewhat. Finally, the recipe has actually been changed for the enriched alloy. I don't think you can get the other type of enriched iron anymore. Let me have a look. You can, but how do you get it? In the metallurgic infuser. So they've got rid of that magnesium that you smelted the dirt up with, as expected. I thought they were going to do that at some point, and now we're going to need a metallurgic infuser to actually make the enriched alloy. I can't just, you know, shove some magnesium with that iron and then end up with this enriched iron stuff. I'm going to have to get a metallurgic infuser now. And you know, I was smelting up this dirt, and I was wondering, why the hell am I getting dry dirt? What the heck? Well, this has not happened to me before. So, guys, it looks as if the plans have changed somewhat. I'm going to have to put these back and think about that update another time, because we're going to get straight into it and go ahead instead, take the crusher up, take that up as well. And we're going to get straight into actually putting these in a big long line. So we've got the purification chamber first, and I'll put that down. Now, you will notice in the corner here, you've got the configuration. Now, this was a little bit buggy before, but actually it's not that bad now. It's been worked on a lot, and it's been sorted a lot, and I like it. I like it, guys. So we're going to actually move this, the electric compressor, and we're also going to move the circuit fabricator as well, because those things we don't need at the moment. Now, in order to actually do this and to configure this properly, I mean, you know, you can do it a few ways. You can get the configuration and you can set the output wherever you like. So we're going to put everything to grey, because it's a good way to start, it's grey. So, right, everything's at grey. And basically, these sides correspond to what side of the block it is. So, if we're looking at it like this, if we go into here, this is the front face, this is the back face, the top, the right, oh no, that's the back face, sorry, that's the bottom. So, I want to select it auto eject, so it will eject once it's got somewhere to eject to. It will eject to wherever you want it to want to put it. So let's have a look into this, and hopefully it's not. Is it dark? I could do with a window just here, because I tell you something. No, it's just my thing then. I can only sleep at night. It's not quite night time yet. So. You can see this one is a red colour around it, this one is purple, this one's green, and this one is blue. Basically, that is the input, and this is the output of this particular thing. So the purification chamber at the moment, the input is also the purple one, which is a flint. So what we want to do is set the input to the red, which is going to be, for me, the top. So, the top, we will select dark red. And surely it's night time now. It is. We'll quickly sleep. I do love Mechanism, guys, but you know there's a few of the problems that that still exist around the place. But anyway, in the configuration then, the input is dark red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a hopper, because that is exactly what I want to use. Let's get ourselves a chest. And make ourselves a hopper, because this is what's going to act as the input, and I'm going to show you guys as we're going along. There we go, lovely. So that is going to be the input. Now we just so happen to have some gold laying around the place that needs sorting out, so I'm going to go ahead and just get 3 pieces of gold. There's no issues there. And then just slip it in the hopper. Now as you can see, it's moved into the purification chamber, into this input slot. If we were to take that back out and put that to grey, and put the gold in there, it wouldn't go anywhere. So just keep that in mind, guys, that it has to match up to the colour of which you want. So in that case, red, and now that is in there. So the output slot is here, and I want to move this, it's the blue. So dark blue, I want it to be on the right hand side. I want it to output, auto eject as well, don't forget, auto eject with this button here. Auto eject on the right hand side, which is the output slot, into the input slot of, where is it? The crushing chamber thing. Best not do that with a torch actually, because it'll just put it onto there. So the red again is the input slot of this one. So what we're going to do is go into configuration. We want auto eject again, because that's going to be moved on as soon as it's dealt with this. This is going to be moved on elsewhere. So let's get everything grey. And the input slot is going to be on the left hand side this time, in the dark red, because that's what this corresponds to. So when it's finished with it, it's going to put it in there. The dark blue is going to be like, oh, I've got to auto eject out of the right hand side of this machine. This one's like, oh, I'm going to input from the left hand side of the machine, and it's going to input straight into there. Again, the output slots are dark blue, so we're going to once again change that to dark blue, and it's going to auto eject. So once it's come in here, it's going to do its business, and then it's going to obviously finish its business, and then auto eject onto the next machine, which is going to be the enrichment chamber. The enrichment chamber, once again, is going to be all set to greys, and it's going to input on the dark red side, and it's going to output on the dark blue, because that's typically what it is. Dark red's the input, dark red blue is the output. And it's going to move on then finally to the smelting chamber, which will also go ahead and put onto input being dark red, output being dark blue. Now actually I don't want that on that side, because I want to actually put it onto the top there. I'm going to put a chest on the top, so it auto outputs into that chest once it's finished. So don't forget, auto eject needs to be on, and I'm sure I missed it out for that stage as well. Yep. And we're basically sorted. We just need some flint in here. This will go ahead and do its business. Now, as you can see, this will triple the ores, of course, but it's a great way of immediately tripling your ores. So you can see it's not even gone into there before it's moved on to the next one, and it puts it in there. Unfortunately, it doesn't distribute this evenly. It will pile it all into the first slot that it sees. And my God, those sounds are loud. You can configure them in the configs, guys. I probably will do that at some stage. But yeah, it'll all pile into there before it'll move on to this next one and then the next one. No idea why it does it like that. It would be nice if it auto, you know, sorted itself so that it evenly distributed everything. But once it's finished in there, it goes along to the enrichment chamber. Once it's finished in there, it'll get smelted. Now at the minute, it's not actually going anywhere because we don't have a chest on the top. So why don't we go ahead and grab ourselves another chest, and we can call this build complete. Chest done. Plonk it on the top there, and then all the golden ingots are going into there. So that's it, guys. That is how you successfully automate the entire process of this. It is very, very easy. You can also do it with a tool called the configurator, which is this thing here, and that will allow you to do it on the fly. You can actually point this at the top here and just shift right click until you get the colour that you want on the side that you want, and so on and so forth. But sometimes, especially when you've got it butt up against this one, you can't get to this side because this machine's in the way, so you just go into there and it sorts itself out. So there we are, guys. That is how you do that. So moving on to the next part of this episode. Welcome back, guys. Now, the rest of this episode, I want to start getting ready for us going into space. And believe it or not, it's actually still quite far away. And I will probably want to do a bit more on some other different mods before I actually go anywhere near space at the moment. Now, we're going to need a parachute just to finish things off here, and a couple of these oxygen tanks, which does mean to get these oxygen tanks, there's a little bit more work involved in that case as well. So let's get a parachute first and foremost, though. We're going to need some canvas, and we're also going to need 3 bits of string. This canvas is made with string and a bit of stick. So we need 18 string and 6 sticks. I think we've got that. Oh, we should have. 18. Oh, we've only got 11 string. No way. Is there a way of making this string? There's absolutely no way of making that string. So we're going to have to go hunting some spiders throughout the night, unfortunately. So it looks like we can't make that just yet. However, the oxygen tanks we can. So I don't want these little piddly ones. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly, you know what I mean? I'm going to get this one. So we've got the, we're going to need red wool, tin canisters, which we already know how to make. That's 7 tin for 2. So we just need a couple of those. And compressed steel. So we need 6 steel. And you know what? It's probably going to be a good idea to put that in the smelter there. Put that in there for the moment. And let's get that tin sorted first. In here, just a couple of these will do, because that will be more than enough. Oh, mind you, we need 2 of these tanks, don't we? Not just 1. So we're going to actually need 6 of these. So another set. It's not that expensive. It does mean, however, that we are doubling what we're going to be using. So I'm going to take that and put that into steel as well. We're going to need 6 red wool instead of the normal 3, which is not too hard, guys. Especially now since I've got a bit more sheep down there. Do I have? Oh, I do have 6 wool actually. So it'd be nice if I actually had some dye to go along with this. But I'm reckoning. Have I picked up any red stuff? No, I haven't. Looks like I'm gonna have to go out, have a look out as well for some roses, if I can find any, that is. Let's go and just have a quick explore around the place, see if we can find out. Oh, there's some stuff. Oh, chicken. Hold on. Wow. Casey Fox, okay. Interesting. See if there's all we're looking for is a bit of roses. Come on, guys, we just want a bit of rose. Can we make red dye any other way? Or is it? Yeah, it's literally just roses that we can do it that way with. So there's yellow flower down there. Unfortunately, that's not the one we're after though. We're after red flowers. You know what? I'm gonna go and have a look around, see if I can find any red flowers, and I'll be right back. Found it. I've seen a couple actually. There's a couple over there as well, and there's a couple behind me. So here's 1 rose. Oh, there's 3 over here. Nice. That's just exactly what we need. 3, and there was a. Oh. There's 2 more behind me. Good stuff. Good stuff. That'll give me more than what I need as well, just in case we need some in the future. May as well grab all what we need now. Oh, sweet. Thank you. So, back home we go, and I'll see you when we're there. And we are back at home now, guys, and just in time to see my hunger totally run out. So, om nom on some cookies, if I don't mind, please, whilst I take a quick drink of my own. Good stuff. Right, full of hunger again. Brilliant. I did run into quite a bit of quicksand, which was well annoying. But anyway, I'm just going to turn this into 6 red dye, and all the rest I'm going to shove into there. I don't know if I could use nether wart. I don't think I could. I certainly don't think I could. So what did I do? Oh, I actually left with them? Mentalist, what am I doing? Okay, so 6, 6, and what is going to be 6 very soon once I get that out of there and into the compressor. Put them into there. Get myself 6 steel plates. And basically, guys, that's going to allow me to do that. Now, I'm going to need a lot more stuff than that. So, oxygen. I'm going to need something that will actually create this oxygen so I can put it into the tank and fill the tank with that. And I believe there's a couple of ways of doing this, especially with mechanism installed as well. But the one thing, the one that I want to do is the one that it was meant to be like. I'm sure it's a collector. I'm not quite sure if it is, but for me, I reckon it is an oxygen collector. I'm going to need some more compressed steel, some compressed aluminium, and a few other bits and bobs. But firstly, let's go and make those tanks proper. That across there, that across there, and that across there. So we've got 2 heavy oxygen tanks that are totally and utterly empty, devoid of any oxygen whatsoever. It is getting night time, I swear it is. I saw the sun going down. Okay, so let's work towards getting this oxygen collector. I'm not sure if it is this one, but we are going to need 3 compressed steel, so we're going to need to put in some more of this iron. And you know what, I'm going to go ahead and stick in about half a stack of iron, because we're probably going to be needing quite a lot of steel going forwards. So, that being done now, we need an oxygen fan, which is going to need more steel. We're going to need a basic wafer, which we don't have any more of. We're also going to need a bit of a redstone as well. I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep. Whoa, my FPS has just gone down like proper. Let's see if I can fix some of that. Anyway, I'm on fancy graphics. I can always turn that to fast, can't I? There we are. Just a little bit better. Come on, man. Thought the sun went down about 6 years ago. Never mind then. Let's go for a basic wafer. I can't remember how to craft these. Right, 1 diamond. 2 silicon and a redstone torch. 1 diamond, 2 silicon, a redstone torch. There it is. Brilliant. And a little bit of a sneak peek on something else I was making there for another time. So, diamond in there, the 2 silicon in there, redstone, and of course the redstone torch will give me the basic wafer we need to go ahead and get the oxygen collector. So, oxygen collector once again. That's the oxygen fan we're going for. Bit of redstone, some more compressed steel. Bit of redstone. Steel, and let's get this compressed up. I should have just stuck it all in there, but never mind. Right, I will be back, guys, when this has finished. Well, cracking up. Actually, no. You know what? I might as well wait around a little bit because it's only like 2 seconds before I can actually start doing something. So there we are. We've got what we need to start making this. We just go ahead, compressed steel in all the corners. Basic wafer in the middle and a redstone down the bottom. That will give us the oxygen fan, which is 1 thing down. Another tin canister, I believe we've got 1. Oh, we did have 1 spare, didn't we? But we used it. Let's go ahead and make that now. There we are. An oxygen vent, which we're going to need 6 tin and 2 more steel compressed up there. That should also be finished by now. Which it is. Brilliant. Now I'm going to need the tin first before I can do anything with that. Yeah. Brilliant. Just a couple more. At least I think it is. There we are. Good. Right, it's done. Ready. Tin in that fashion, that in that fashion. That is the things done over the middle. Or at least I think it is. Yeah, it is. Oxygen concentrator being the last thing. We're going to need 4 compressed steel, 3 compressed tin, another tin canister, and another oxygen vent. So, well, the 3 canister is has been used up there. What else do we need? So it's, again, more compressed tin. Have we got any tin? Have we got actually no tin? I'm going to have to actually start putting this through the system, which is going to take a while. Oh, we need flint as well. Got any flint in here? We do have tons of gravel though, in all honesty, and I believe that we can use that in the crusher to get the flint. So this is the crusher. Let's go ahead and stick that in the 2 spare slots that we've got. And I'll be back, guys, when we've got a bit of tin to play with. Alright, I think we've got enough tin now. I've gone ahead and put some in the compressor already ready for us. So we're going to need 3 of them because that is what's going to be... We're actually going to need more of that, aren't we? We just need 1 more tin because we're going to need 3 more and 1 more compressed steel as well on top of that to satisfy our needs. Because we're going to need to make another one of these oxygen vents. Forgot about that part, which is a shame. Right, we are knocking on the door of the end of the episode though. We've got a bit done. We're getting closer to getting into space, that's for sure. And it seems that Mechanism has added its own tin now. It doesn't go ahead and output Galacticraft's tin. So that's another thing that you've got to keep in mind. And I probably am going to add in an ore converter so that you can just convert your ores into whatever you like to convert them into. Because this is a pain in the backside, having so many different types of tin and copper and stuff like that through different machinery, through different ways of crafting it and stuff like that. It's a real pain in the backside, guys, so I'm probably going to go ahead next version and add in something like that. So we're going to need an oxygen vent. We're also going to need those 3 compressed tins and 4 compressed steels, which we've got. The tin canister. Was that it? It was it. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. 3 compressed steel along the top there. Apologies, guys. Still not got over it yet. It's been doing me head in. We're going to need some more steel, it seems. Let's put that in there. Get a couple more pieces of... well, actually, no, we've got steel. So... Oh, we had steel in the inventory. What am I doing? Right, just 1 more piece and that will get us what we need, the oxygen collector. I'm going to need an aluminium wire as well. It does run off power, don't forget. Now, I did actually have a chance to actually make some more aluminium wire during between episodes, which was a good change. Because I got loads more sheep. So, compressed steel along the top. Oxygen fan there, that there. I can't remember where everything goes. What else? We're missing something here. 2 compressed aluminiums. That's what we're missing. It's a shame. Oh, it looks like a shuriken. God, these machines are so loud. As well, I'm going to turn off the machine sounds as well by default. And if you want them on, you can by all means go into the configs and turn them on. But after you've listened to them for a while, you do get quite annoyed with them. So I'm going to take them out like that. I think it was tin canister there actually. Compressed steel along the top. That thing there, and that thing there, and there is the oxygen collector. Fantastic. Now it does have a power supply. Let's just put it down really quickly. There it is. That's the power input, much like all the rest of the machines there. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it can auto output, which is what this thing is for. Output energy storage. Now this is interesting because it collects the oxygen, but it's not. Well, it might store it, but there's absolutely nowhere to put my things in there. So maybe an oxygen sealer would be something as well that we're going to need. I'm not quite sure on that front, guys. I'm going to have to find out in between episodes. Either which way, we're going to put the oxygen collector right down there. And we're going to go ahead and connect this up with aluminium wire. Now, during the last update, this was a problem. Every time you connected it up, it would crash your server, and it would actually go ahead and look like it deleted your world in single player, which was a horrendous bug, and which has been fixed, obviously, in 0.12. And as you can see, loads of oxygen, loads of power in there. We just need to... that's the battery. But we're going to need to put canisters somewhere, and I think that might be the sealer. But we're going to have to wait for another episode for that, guys. I'm going to leave this doing its business. And until next time, I've been the Tough Man. Thanks very much for watching. As always, stay safe.